And now back to the MFI World Matchplay Championship, the second semi-final, and an attractive antipode, an encounter between Australia's Russell Stewart and Eric Bristow. Russell Stewart, a 28-year-old accounts clerk from Canberra. Stewart is ranked joint 12th in the world. In the first round, he accounted for the Swede, Lars-Erik Karlsson, and this afternoon he just pipped John Lowe in a truly epic tie. Eric Bristow is 31. He's world ranked 3, despite his past record of 5 World Professional and 5 World Masters titles. In the first round, he knocked out Paul Reynolds, and this afternoon beat Chris Johns to reach the semis. Let's join him now for the opening set.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. First leg, first set, Eric to throw first.
And so England expects, once again, Eric Bristow to deliver.
139.
Because he's the last thing. Bristow looking supremely confident against Russell Stewart, who had that marvellous quarter-final against John Lowe. A really dramatic,
95.
nail-biting affair. We wonder if it's drained his spirits. Certainly the wrong guy to give anything to Eric Bristow. If he's at all drained, Bristow will find that fault.
60.
These two have met quite recently in the final of the World Grand Prix in Tokyo, and whisper it gently, Eric Bristow won 6-0.
100.
If Bristow is downed, we have a remarkable thought of an all-overseas final in a World
100.
Championship, and that has never, ever been the fact since we started covering darts. England and Britain have totally dominated at this level.
140.
Eric already holds a couple of world titles at World Grand Prix we were mentioning, and the World Cup singles, when indeed he saved England's bacon.
98.
Literally,
Eric
metaphorically, in the
102.
land of bacon, that was Copenhagen. So Bristow again carrying the flag. And now 17.
62.
Which will leave
Russell
him
requires 68.
double top, and Russell Stewart on 68. He'll come out for 16s and now go for the double.
36. Eric requires 40. No score. Russell requires
has just been
32.
a little bit on the shaky side with his doubles in this tournament. Stewart has been pretty accurate.
Yes, that's the first leg. Russell Stewart. Second leg, Russell to throw first.
So Stewart took that leg, the opening leg of this semi, against the darts.
83.
And at this lofty level, you really can't afford to miss doubles. And Eric has missed them once or twice. He's recovered. But you don't get many chances now.
100.
First to win 4 sets, 5 legs to a set. Stewart has already gone the distance into the tie break to another English darting legend, John Lowe.
60.
Well, now, he may go in for the bullseye and does.
170.
Really tremendous. 170. That would have won him the bonus if it had been a shot out. Instead, it leaves him double 16. And now he wants, Russell Stewart wants a double 19, 158. Suddenly this game has burst into flame.
Eric requires 32.
Well, Eric is changing pace, taking his time, lights and shades in his game. How's his finishing? Immaculate.
That's the second leg. Eric Bristow. Third leg, Eric to throw first. Game on.
So the crafty Cockney immediately strikes back, having lost the first leg against the head.
99. $85. $60. $100. $122. $60.
So this first set is perfectly poised, one apiece. And that is the new lady in Eric Bristow's life, Jane Higginbotham from Redcar. And Eric does seem to be playing like a man with a purpose. We wonder if she could possibly be a reason. He's looking at 80.
48.
Two trebles.
140.
And Bristow on double 16 for a 2-1 advantage in this first set. He keeps finishing like that, it'll take some stopping. It has been the one Achilles heel in his game. He seems to have tightened that up. Stewart trying to defend the set. There's certainly a new swagger about Bristow's play.
$85. $83.
He really is a crafty old fox. He's changing pace and looking nonchalant and moving and going little spurts, a little bit like a keen in middle distance Olympic runner. Just turning it on and then slowing it down a little, and it seems to be disconcerting Russell Stewart just enough to take the edge off his game.
$100.
Well, there's the change of pace we're referring to. A 180, really turning the screw there. The difference in the score now. Bristow down in a shot.
58. Eric requires 136.
Bristow could kill here to take the set. 136. Needs a treble for a start. Out of range. Tidying up there with the treble 19.
Russell requires 160.
And it's a tall shot. It is a possibility, but he needs the trebles.
140. Eric requires 54.
A reminder to Bristow that he's right on his top. 54 for the crafty Cockney. And down top. Needs the start.
34. Russell requires 20.
And that's let the Australian right back in. Double 10.
Yes, that's the full play.
Second invitation, 16 darts, it's 2 apiece.
Fifth leg, Eric to throw first. Game on, please.
Deciding leg in the first set. And Bristow has twice missed doubles to win a leg. He can ill afford to do that kind of thing against a player of Stewart's standards. He really has improved enormously this last since we first saw him in this country.
100.
The steel in his game hasn't been flustered over much by Bristow's tactical play here.
60.
Suddenly, the trebles are becoming a little elusive for Eric Bristow. 2 successive 60s. Stewart goes piling in.
100. $125.
That leaves Russell Stewart 161.
Russell requires 161.
We've seen it done by 4 different players, 161, and he did it to win his quarter-final.
85. Eric requires 116.
He'll stay there looking for the treble to leave double 18.
80.
So close.
Russell requires 76. $56
now. The shot 16 will leave double top. This is an ultra-important dart for him.
36. Eric requires 36.
He knows he will never have a more golden chance to take the leg and the set.
Yes, that's the first set. Eric Bristow.
And hardly a flicker of emotion from the crafty Cockney.
Eric Bristow off to a steady start and an early lead, and we'll continue the story after the break. And welcome back to Russell Stewart versus Eric Bristow for a place in tomorrow's final of the World Matchplay. We left it with Bristow leading by 1-0. He pressed home his advantage by taking the next 2 sets. So let's rejoin it at 3-0 for set 4.
Game on, please.
What must be going through the mind of Russell Stewart here? He played Bristow just a couple of months ago for big money, for 42,000 in the World Grand Prix in Tokyo, and Eric wiped him out 6-0 In that final, here he is now 3-0 down in another big money event.
60.
You must be wondering if Bristow has not got some kind of psychological hold over him, because he hasn't raised his game as he is capable of doing, as we saw against John Lowe.
60.
Bristow, of course, is a master of on-stage kidology.
125.
Out in the practice room before this match, Bristow was talking with total confidence to Bob Eve about tomorrow's final.
76. $100. 48.
Can't do that against Eric Bristow. 48 is not nearly enough.
100. 99. Eric requires 116.
Treble, leaving double 18.
Yes, that's the first leg. Eric Bristow.
Just about Bristow's biggest finish of the tournament.
Second leg, Eric to throw first.
He's in
8 on.
complete control at the moment, and Russell Stewart, whatever he does, however much he can raise his game, he cannot contain the crafty copy.
60.
And Bristow has got the killer touch. He doesn't normally let him back from this far down. 3 sets to go to leg up.
100. 140. 60.
Stewart hanging on in there in this particular leg.
100. 99. Russell requires 161.
It's on again. He's done it before. There's the ball target. This time he is well short. Just unable to finish on this score.
140. Russell requires 31.
16 remaining. Double 8.
Yes, that's the second leg.
Is level enough. 14 darts only for Russell Stewart there.
Third leg, Russell to throw first. Game on.
So hope springs eternal for the Australian. One apiece in this, the 4th set.
140. 150.
80 score.
100.
Again, 80 scored.
100.
Absolutely matching shot for shot here. Two 1040s, 200s each. Top level dart play.
57. 100.
Takes Bristow down onto the magical 161 possibility.
60. Eric requires 161.
Now he'll come out looking at treble 19.
99. Russell requires 144.
Bristow's going for the advantage of the throw here. He's going to get a crack at a double to be sure.
60. Eric requires 62.
Treble 10 first dart. And now it's double 16.
46. Russell requires 84.
84 for Stewart. 64 now going. 14 and Paul must be his way.
44. Eric requires 60.
Double 8 to put him on the brink of the final.
Yes! That's the third leg. Eric Bristow. Fourth leg. Eric to throw first. Game on.
With the darts, Eric Bristow looking for a 4-zip passage into the final.
100. 60.
And I really do think it's regretful that Stewart is feeling the effects of that afternoon classic with John Lowe. Magnificent match. He hasn't been able to reach that peak again in this one.
45.
Not over yet. But one feels that
100.
Russell Stewart is pretty well going through the motions now. Bristow hasn't really played too well this leg. 45 and 60 of the last two visits to the throwing mark.
45.
But even then, he still has the throw. Well, if only Russell Stewart could have raised the gallop here, he really would have taken Bristow apart, because Eric is not playing anywhere near at full potential. Beginning to liven up again now. 175 remaining.
100.
Needs him 155, awkward old shot.
100.
No, then, 155.
155. Get it. 97. Russell requires 152.
not on. Bristow's on 58 again. You wonder if he'll do that exhibition shot. Looking at double 13.
100.
Double 6. It ought to be 18 double top. He surely won't be quite so showy as that again. No. Double top for the match. There's the marker.
18. Russell requires 52.
Stay of execution perhaps for Russell Stewart. Double 16. No 8s.
44.
Well, he can't expect to do that and survive. Not against Bristow in this mood.
Thank you.
For a place in the final. Again, useful looking marker.
Yeah!
Bristow goes through, 4-0. All unexpected, and Bristow delivered.
Russell Stewart perhaps drained by his marathon this afternoon against John Lowe, but a dominant Eric Bristow, and he spoke to Dave Lanning.
Eric, you're in your third world final in less than a year, and yet just over a year ago, people were writing you off. Have you got a message for those people now?
Well, not in verbal wise, I was just going to do it dart wise, that's it. I think that's the best way to do it. Yeah, as I say, 12 months ago, everybody was writing me off, finished has-been and whatever else. I'm here, and all the guys that are knocking me are sitting at home watching it on TV, so what the hell.
You seem to be right on top of Russell. You seem to really psych him out right from the start of that one. A repeat of Japan and the World Grand Prix, in fact.
I think Russell tends to play players instead of playing the dartboard, and once he conquered John Lowe in Japan, he wasn't frightened of him here, and he hasn't conquered me yet. Once he beats me the first time, he won't be worried about me the next time, but I think they'll a bit of the edge tonight.
You are a master at the psychology, Eric.
Well, what can you do, you know what I mean?
Can I ask you? There was one moment, the shot, you wanted 58. Now, a million players would have gone 18, double top. You went the exhibition way. I think it was
I went
double 13.
No, I didn't go for the double. I went 2 big 13s. He wanted 200 and odd. He couldn't go out. I wouldn't go for 2 doubles against him. I wouldn't do that to nobody. I went for 2 big 13s to leave 32, knowing that I'd have 3 darts to double 16. And then when I did get 3 darts, I bloody missed it anyway. So there we go.
Eric, what about Bob Sneed tomorrow? He's been playing quite beautifully.
He's playing well. He's a good runner-up, Bob Sneed. Very good runner-up.
Eric, it sounds like you're back to your old self, and I have to say, that's good for darts.
That's right. Thank you very much, David. I like you, Bob.
Well, we shall see in tomorrow's final. Bob